Jennifer Lopez is facing a lot of backlash since her endorsement and rally attendance of Kamala Harris. Things are just getting worse and worse. I have reported before about Oprah Winfrey, and I mentioned to you there is a video where it showed that Oprah was fleeing the country. Right now, we have Jennifer Lopez, similar report, seeing her fleeing the country. I don't think she's fleeing the country, but she definitely is facing the heat and feeling it quite severely. Take a look.
Jennifer Lopez has officially fled the country. Reports are coming in fast, and it all seems to be connected to Diddy.
Jennifer Lopez has officially fled the country.
It seems like every time the celebrity drama starts to cool down, someone comes along and throws a match into the gasoline. And this time, it's J-Lo who has the whole world talking. She didn't just dodge the cameras or take a step back. No, J-Lo took it to another level. She fled the country, folks. We're talking buy a one-way ticket, pack your bags, and disappear kind of escape. And why? Well, all the clues point to one guy, Diddy. Is Diddy really behind her disappearing act? And what's the wild reason she had to run? The FBI is even getting in on this one, which only adds more layers to this ridiculously messy onion of a story. Let's rewind a bit and put it all together. Back in the 90s, J-Lo and Diddy were the couple. They had it all: the fame, the fancy parties, the media spotlight. You couldn't turn a corner without seeing their perfectly styled faces on the cover of some magazine.
Days of deliberations, the jury now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs. This afternoon, jurors sent the judge two notes. One,
J-Lo is the only celebrity from the Hollywood A-lister community whose name is directly associated with Diddy because of her relationship with him. If J-Lo is fleeing or trying to cover her face, or if she's panicking, I would not be surprised. Especially, guys, especially if Trump wins, obviously the Republican. Again, I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm not a Kamala Harris supporter, but I'm saying if Trump wins, it will be much worse for her.
asked for a transcript of a phone message Combs left Wardell Fenderson, once his driver, now the prosecution's star witness.
But like most good things, it didn't last. And boy, did it fall apart dramatically. Their breakup, fueled by the infamous 1999 nightclub incident that had Diddy walking away unscathed while Lopez's reputation got dragged through the mud, should have been the end of it. Except it wasn't.
The jurors also wanted to hear a readback of testimony relating to Combs' former girlfriend, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being detained, a gun was discovered in the vehicle. At that point, a sergeant on the scene ordered everyone who was in the vehicle under arrest.
Fast forward a couple of decades, and the rumors just won't quit. Whispers of Diddy holding some kind of dirt over Lopez have floated around for years, leaving.
And this dirt is not just on Lopez, it is on a lot of people, if not all of them, from the Hollywood community. Whoever had a meet with Diddy has secret recording, according to one source that I can confirm. And also Candace Owens, she also mentioned the same thing, that Diddy can blackmail anyone. And this is why you see this mark on his face even after he got arrested and he's now in the prison. Every time we see his mugshots, looks like this guy is unfazed completely. And the reason for that is because he knows a lot of people are there who will also get dirty and will be dragged into it and might even face prison time with him. And therefore he has that hubris, if you like, and that kind of demeanor, that kind of attitude and personality, where we see this guy is completely unfazed and he's ready to face whatever it is, because he knows if he goes down, a lot of people will go down with him.
Everyone wondering what kind of skeletons are rattling in that gilded closet. And now, recent threats, allegedly from Diddy, seem to have pushed J-Lo over the edge, straight into her private jet and out of the United States. Dramatic much? Sure, but when the FBI starts poking around, maybe it's time to take things seriously. Reports suggest that Diddy might have made some veiled threats that were serious enough for J-Lo to decide she needed to hightail it out of town. If there's one thing everyone knows about Diddy, it's that he's got friends in high places, and not just any places: music, film, entertainment. The man's got influence, which, according to those in the know, could very well ruin someone's career. Apparently, Diddy didn't just stop at personal threats. He let it be known that he could make things uncomfortable for Lopez professionally, too. One theory that's causing quite the stir comes courtesy of Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former Diddy associate. In early 2024, Jones filed a lawsuit against Diddy, not just accusing him of intimate misconduct, but also claiming Diddy admitted to being the mastermind behind the 1999 nightclub Horrible Event, the one that Lopez somehow walked away from without a scratch on her record. 3 people were injured that night. Diddy got off, and Lopez was never even charged.
The contract that they gave me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back. He's a fighter, but I'm going to put in this fight. I got to do it for myself, my rights.
But now Jones is out here, claiming there were bribes thrown around to sway the jury and keep witnesses quiet. So, the spotlight's swinging back around to J-Lo, and people are...
Absolutely, and unlike Jeffrey Epstein, Diddy was not going to be making the same mistake because he saw how this whole thing slided with Epstein. He's definitely going to be ready for a lot of things that Epstein failed to notice, like the blind spots he had. Therefore, it is quite possible, if not 100%, that Diddy does have some secret recordings of these people, especially Jennifer Lopez, participating in some kind of criminal act. That is possible. I'm not saying it happened definitely, but very, very possible, highly likely. We have to see how Jennifer Lopez is going to be responding, but so far we know that she is keeping it quiet. She is not opening her mouth. Actually, she is not opening her mouth. She is not keeping it quiet. She is talking a lot of rubbish these days. Take a listen.
Wondering if this whole case might get reopened and if she might get dragged into it once again.
I've been working on an album. I took a year off straight working on this album. That album is the Love album, Off the Grid by Diddy. And it's Grammy nominated right now as we speak. I should be celebrating, but the truth is I'm not.
And if that wasn't messy enough, we have the late Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-wife, reportedly holding on to a treasure trove of recordings and documents, now sitting in federal custody. According to rumors, some of these recordings are linked to Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, the kind of gatherings that sound more like scenes from a risque 90s thriller than real life. J-Lo allegedly was a guest at these gatherings during her time with Diddy. And
Absolutely. And Courtney Burgess, if you don't know, he came out saying that he has those collections and even a book from Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, about his misdoings. That is not a good news for Jennifer Lopez or Oprah Winfrey. That is not a good news for anybody from the Hollywood community. Jennifer Aniston, I mean, anybody, or James LeBron. Not a good news, because that video or that book or those evidence, those notes from Kim Porter, they do hold a lot of secrets. And so when Courtney Burgess, he came out with this big announcement that I have something on him, on Diddy, that the federal authorities, they should look into. He is indirectly alluding to the fact that a lot of people will get involved in this and a lot of names will come out. So we are just seeing just the beginning of it.
Making these claims, none other than Lopez's first husband, Ojani Noah. Noah has hinted that the feds are now taking a good hard look at these parties, and he's not ruling out that they could dig up something incriminating on both Diddy and Lopez.
Don't run up on me now, P. Diddy. You think Cassie got you for that money? You hit me, you gonna be Dame Dash broke. Who you really want to be up in that thing, though?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
How you end up on the couch? Close your mouth. Why you looking at me like that, ugly ass nigga? If you could bring any artist back, who would it
Michael
be?
Jackson.
You on an island stranded for 24 hours with any famous person. Who would it be?
Wow, this guy knows a lot. Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Jackson, Denzel Washington. I think Denzel Washington, he said something recently about Diddy's case, and he said that that he got caught, or that I got away from him, something along those lines. In other words, looks like to me pretty much all of these A-listers were in contact with Diddy in some way, shape, or form. Somewhere directly, somewhere indirectly. But he has a lot of secrets. And if the Fed, they investigate him more and more, and if we keep on asking the government to investigate it more. I think that because of the pressure, because of the public demand for answers, will reveal a lot of truth and hidden unlike truth, and that's exactly what we need to do, regardless of who is in power, whether it is Kamala or Trump, doesn't matter. For our sake, for the future generation's sake, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Denzel Washington.
Did you hear what I said?
Absolutely dangerous, the situation, and as Megyn Kelly the other day, she pointed out, if she was afraid whether his life is at risk or not because of the consequence, or what happened, I should say, to Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of people believe that he did not kill himself, he didn't commit suicide, it was rather a hitman who took his life.
I hear you, man, but you're going to have to turn into Bill Cosby if you're going to get Denzel to do... Did you just lick your lips while we talking about Denzel? That's crazy, man.
That's all. Just want a little bit of peace and love.
Now, it's important to note that Lopez hasn't been directly linked to any wrongdoing, but just being around during these parties has people speculating. What did she know? Was she aware of anything shady going down?
Martin Lawrence, we went to the party with her. I mean, it was matter of fact, it was a set it off party. Jada Pickett, Vivica Fox, all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was just, seemed like Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with a big old booty and shit. No, he was gay and I'm over. What the fuck is going on here?
Diddy's legal drama is also hitting him hard where it hurts. His career, brands and sponsors have started to cut ties. Revolt TV, yeah, they're backing away from him like he's radioactive. On top of that, more lawsuits are stacking up, mostly centered around intimate misconduct and harassment claims. And
yeah, recently we definitely have heard the news where this guy Courtney Burgess, he had 8 tapes. Sorry, he had those tapes from Kim Porter, and he basically said that 8 individuals, they were filmed. 2 of them were minors, 6 of them were adults, and all of them were from the Hollywood A-listers. Absolutely devastating news for the entire community of Hollywood, but at the same time, it's a good news for all of us, people like you and me, because thanks to this case, now we know and see those people hiding behind those masks. We need to expose them and expose them really, really hard.